7 p.m. May we get a roll call, please?
Mr. Belfiore?
Here.
Mr. Biondo?
Here.
Mr. DiGiulio? Mr. Hudson?
Here.
Mrs. Paletti? Here. Mr. Edisavich? Mr. Stokel?
Quorum has been established. May we please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mike Belfiore, will you please read the mission statement?
Sure. The mission of Norwich School District 80 is inspiring educational excellence and in a nurturing environment.
Thank you. We'll go right into an action item. Motion to approve agenda as presented / modified. Can I get a motion?
I will motion.
I'll second.
Can I get a roll call, Sam?
Mr. Hudson?
Yes.
Mr. Belfiore?
Yes.
Mrs. Paletti?
Yes.
Mr. Biondo?
Yes.
Mr. Edisavich?
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I'm
Sorry.
Sorry.
You're on
Public
to 6.
participation. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out today on St. Joseph's Day, March 19th. Hope you all had a Zeppeli today.
Yes.
Okay. We got some pieces of correspondence. We received 6 FOIAs. And we'll go right into administrative reports. Public participation. He's here.
Are we going to read the public participation or not, the sheets?
Yes.
So public participation, Luke Gonzalez,
Oh, okay, he knows.
and Brian.
Oh,
At each regular or special meeting, the public, the Illinois School Code and Board Policy require that members of the public and board employees be afforded time to comment or ask questions. The board's agenda designates this portion of the meeting to recognize those visitors and provide an opportunity for comments or to ask questions. The board asks that speakers identify themselves and limit comments or questions to no more than 5 minutes. The 5 minutes may be shortened if the president must conserve time to give the maximum number of individuals an opportunity to speak. Speakers are reminded to conduct themselves with respect and civilities towards each other. The board also requests that speakers refrain from identifying individual students or staff. Speakers who choose to identify students or staff do so at their own risk. Please keep in mind that the opportunity to engage in public comment or at a school board meeting does not insulate speakers from liable violations of privacy. Lastly, if someone wishes to present an unresolved complaint to the board, please, the board requests that you can contact Dr. O'Malley. Thank you. And now the board looks forward to your questions. Ms. Mazzano.
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Louis Mazzano. I am currently the Vice President of the Norwich Schools Foundation. The Norwich Schools Foundation over the last few months has reached out to Dr. O'Malley on different fundraisers that we would like to do to raise money for the school. One of those fundraisers happens to be 2 teachers have volunteered to shave their heads if we had enough money donated to the cause. Over the last year, we have raised thousands and thousands of dollars for different organizations such as the Salvation Army and the American Heart Association. We figure that at $5 a kid for Lee, if we were to get that, it would be $3,500 just at Lee alone. Unfortunately, one of our members received a text message from a faculty member saying that our fundraiser had been denied. I'm here today to ask Dr. O'Malley why you have not responded to any of our emails, and also why that fundraiser had been denied.
Thank you. We received a couple of FOIAs. We'll go right into administrator reports.
So a couple of things. The association had approached me with the request to, for the 1920 school year, to hire a dean. They believe it's something that they need at the school, and so what I did share with them is what this board's philosophy is, and it's been very clear. Number one, we do not want to add to administrative staff. That's something this Board of Education does not believe. Number two, we would have to have some type of funding other than our current funding. Number three, what would the board be willing to give up, especially from the student side, in order to have a dean? And number four, and this is what some people have asked, can we take money that was allocated toward LASIK withdrawal and apply it toward the deans? And so with the last one of those that I just outlined, the board made a commitment to have programs that were most beneficial to all of the students. That said, we have a maintenance of effort. The maintenance effort is a federal law that any monies that are allocated to a special ed, they need to be equal to or about the same. And so I wanted to bring it to this board's attention that that's one of their requests. The second thing is the NSF did make a request to do a fundraiser. My understanding from the board is they did not want any fundraiser to disrupt the school day. If the board believes that we should have a fundraiser during the school day, I'd be more than happy to entertain what the gentleman just spoke about. But my understanding is if fundraisers are done during the school day, we are not going to support that because it takes away from academics. So that's my report for this
I have a quick question. Aren't we already doing fundraisers during the day for the Hoops for Heart? And I thought there was one other one that was done during, at least it was in the past, done during the school day.
You know, that's a true statement that some of these fundraisers have predated me. So they've been around for many, many years, and I believe it's just a nostalgic practice. If the board wants to add an additional one, then I would seek out your guidance in adding an additional fundraiser that takes away from the school day.
What's preventing us to do this fundraiser after school? I mean, school ends at 3 o'clock. What can we do after school?
I'd have to defer to the NSF to answer that question.
So what's,
There's nothing preventing us from doing it after school, but can I point out there are other activities that are fundraised for other organizations during school time. I'm not going to throw other people under the bus, but that school policy really needs to tighten up on it.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else?
That's it.
Any other questions for Dr. O'Malley?
How is this going to be addressed? I mean, I don't want them to be kind of just left hanging with, I mean, is this a conversation that needs to happen? What's the next step in looking at the fundraising that we already do during the day, during the school day, and the policies about either adding things to it or how that will be approved or not approved?
I mean, as you say, if the board wants to take away from academics and do a fundraiser, then we should have a discussion here in public, and then we can direct Dr. O'Malley to do that.
why can't we have it after school? Is there, I mean, what is the fundraiser?
We shaving the head of the teacher and a fundraiser, that's money for this.
It was like a 20-minute thing on a Friday afternoon at the kids would leave their classroom at 2:30, come into the gym, it would happen, and then go back to their school bags.
So Dr. O'Malley, maybe we could possibly maybe consider like a shortened schedule day. You know how sometimes some of the neighboring school districts have a late start because of weather, or maybe we can look at adjusting a day schedule to accommodate. I mean, a pep assembly is usually, it's fun, it's good, I mean, it's boosts the morale. I mean, I'm looking at a 2:30 time frame. I mean, I don't know if we could adjust the times throughout the day, maybe shorten. I mean, no one wants to take class time away from the kids, but, you know, and I stand behind it, but.
That's really up to the board. If the board wants to add another day, aside from the traditional days that have already been allocated during the school day, that have existed predating me, If the board wants to add an additional day, I'll be more than happy to entertain that and approve it.
Could we,
So that is something that in my opinion will require an action, because when you look at our procedures, that's one of the clear things that we've taken into consideration. We don't want to take away from the school day and the opportunities for students to learn.
do we still do fun day?
Yeah.
Can we incorporate it with fun day?
That's up
Yeah, I
to,
just didn't want to step on PTA's toes. That's fine.
I mean, if it's only, fun day is pretty much the whole day. I mean, if it's truly a 20 to 30 minute time frame, why not then just incorporate? It's for a great cause, right? And so, would anyone be opposed to adding another thing for fun day?
Is this one at each school or one school? I mean, they have two different days. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, the day that was chosen for me was April 14th or 15th. And at Giles, they were having a rock, paper, scissors tournament. And it was gonna be that same week.
So would it be too much to ask to coordinate with PTA, and then just loop Dr. O'Malley into it, and then, I don't see a reason, if we're already having this day for fun, why not take 20 minutes and add to it, so, great. Thank you.
Hey, sir, well, can I ask you a question? I know Dr. McNally mentioned the LASIK withdrawal.
Go ahead.
I know you mentioned that with LASIK withdrawal, the money would be used to go to the dean. Is that something that's not possible, or are you saying it's being considered?
It's not possible.
Okay, good. All right.
No.
Special ed has to stay with special, it has to follow.
Just making sure.
You know that better than anyone.
I'm making sure that's
you're right,
clear,
so.
that's the expectation,
So-
that those monies stay toward the program.
So let's have that conversation. Is this board willing to take away from the classroom next year and to hire a dean? Or do we let the next board decide, that decision? I'll open it up to discussion to anyone here on the board.
I think it needs to be the next board, considering the budget has already been gone over, and especially with the hiring a new superintendent and not knowing quite what's going on with that yet, there's nowhere to pull money from, at least for the upcoming school year. Not at this point.
Yeah, I don't think it's, at this point in time,
Without even
able to
discussing,
do it.
I'm sorry, I was gonna say, without even discussing the money piece of it, personally, I would like to see like what the role of this dean position would entail. What are their roles? What are their responsibilities? What is the need? Where's the demonstrated need? And then, once that has been established, then go to see if there's an option for pulling money or changing money or doing anything like that. But at this point, we need some kind of concrete information to show that that's needed at the school and why it's needed.
I mean, just to kind of go back into this last 2 years, is that classroom sizes that we have are large. I mean, and so the reason why they're large is that we made reductions to the staff because of financial decisions. And that's where the difficulty comes in. Currently, we have in 5th grade 120 students, in 6th grade we have 128 students, in 7th grade we have 107 students, in 8th grade we have 112 students. In 5th grade we have 4 classes, in 6th grade we have 5 classes, that's including LEAP. In 7th grade we have 4 classes, in 8th grade we have 4 classes.